that we can actually load up. All right, it's right at noon, and I just want to welcome everybody to our 30-minute intermediate yoga class. My name is Lacy Wolff. For those of you who have not practiced with me before, thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here, being a part of this community. If you need any modifications at any time during this practice, please feel free to take them. You're welcome to watch, just do what you can, do what feels healthy and safe for your body. In yoga, we do want to maybe feel a little bit of discomfort. It's not about just being comfortable all the time. However, pain is a signal to stop. So if you're feeling pain, please don't push into those feelings or those sensations of pain. Stop, listen to your body. And as always, make sure that you have appropriate medical clearance before you participate in any fitness program. All right, so we're going to start today with some breath work to ground us, to just bring ourselves into this space. If you've been busy in meetings and doing all the things that we do, working, you might feel like your mind is a little bit overwhelmed right now in the middle part of the day. So we're going to start with just some simple breath work. We're going to do a breathing technique that I really love. It's called the Viloma breath. And what this breathing technique is, it's 3 sips of air. So you're going to fill up a little bit more, a little bit more. You're going to hold at the top, and then we're just going to slowly kind of let a stream of air come right back out in a very steady exhalation. All right, so you're welcome to close your eyes and just let me guide you through this practice verbally if that's comfortable for you, or you can keep your eyes open as well if that feels more comfortable. All right, go ahead and exhale all your air out to the bottom. Let go. Inhale a little bit more, and then fill all the way up. Hold at the top, and then exhale slowly. Inhale just a little bit more, and a little bit more. Fill up, hold at the top, and exhale, let go. Nice and slow, release through the mouth. Again, inhale a little bit more, and all the way to the top. Fill up, hold, and release, let go. One last breath, just like that. Inhale a little bit more, and all the way to the top. Fill up, hold there at the top. Feel that retention, feel the space you're creating, and then exhale, release, let it go, nice and slow. Your eyes are closed, go ahead and let them open. From here, start to control and regulate your breath as much as you can through the nose. If you need to breathe through your mouth at any point, that's okay. But we're going to try to maintain the breath in and out through the nose for the remainder of class. So inhaling and exhaling. Feel the belly rise as you inhale. And release as you exhale. From here, we're going to start to sync our breath with our movement. So inhaling, raising your arms up over the top of the head. And exhale, letting your arms release down next to your sides. Continue moving with breath here. Inhaling and exhaling. We'll take 3 more breaths just like that. Inhale and exhale. I'm going to make my way to my mat. Keep breathing here. And exhale. One more, in and exhale. All right, from here, raise your arms up. Now we're going to exhale, come down halfway, like you're making a cactus shape with your arms. And then inhale, raise them up high again. Good, exhale, come down. Feel the strength on your back here. Inhale, raise them up. Good, one more, exhale, come down halfway. Inhale, we're going to lift. Good, now come down halfway again. And this time on our exhale, we're going to round the upper back. Bring your forearms together. And then as we inhale, we're going to open up through the chest. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, open up. Good, exhale, bring it in. Inhale. Good, take 2 more, just like that. Round the back, and then extend the back. Almost like a cat-cow motion with the upper back, and then open. Good. Raise them up high, exhale. Go ahead and swan dive down, fold forward here. Let your head release down toward the floor. You can crisscross your arms. And let your head just hang like a rag doll. If you are feeling stress in your upper part of your back, your neck, your shoulders, tension from working at your computer, that's completely normal. See if you can just relax those areas. Let go of some of that muscular tension. We don't need it here. This is yoga, so let's just feel good. All right, press down into your feet, bring your hands to your hips, rise to stand. Inhale, lift. Exhale, go ahead and sit back like you're sitting in a chair. You're gonna take your thumbs, point them toward the back of the room, extend through your low back. You can make this as challenging as you want. You can lower down deeper, you can come out of it, make it a little less intense. Inhale, lift. Let's start to move with breath. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. You're gonna take 3 more. Starting to just warm those legs up. Inhale. Exhale. Last one in. And exhale. Hold here. Notice if when you held the pose, maybe you started holding your breath. Notice where your mind went when I asked you to sit back in a chair. See if you can challenge, notice, and just pay attention to how your thoughts impact your physiology. When we say, oh no, this is bad, you might notice you hold and retain the breath, and the breath gets shallow and high up in the chest. When you tell yourself, this is okay, I got this, that breath might get a little slower, deeper, all on its own. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, go ahead and dive down, fold forward. Let's move into some sun salutation. Inhale, lift halfway. We're gonna take the first round. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your mat, step back into plank position. You can drop down to your knees here, take that modification. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down to your belly. Place your feet on the floor. Lift your hands off the floor. Just take a low cobra pose. Squeeze your glutes to protect your low back here. Release your hands down. Now lift up just a little higher. Squeeze those glutes. No. Release. Let's take a couple more cobras here to warm the spine. Exhale, lower down. Good. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and press your hips back to your heels. And then from here, we can tuck our toes and lift our hips, rising up into our first downward facing dog. Just take your time here, pedal out your feet. Drop one heel to the floor and then the other. Space in those areas. My hamstrings and my calves tend to be pretty tight. So this always feels so good, that first downward dog of the day. Go ahead and lift up onto both. Feet tippy toes, and then exhale, sink your heels right back down. Inhale. And exhale. All right, go ahead and walk your feet. One at a time, we're gonna take a little stroll all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Good, we're gonna add a chair pose to our sun salutation. Inhale, lift. Exhale, come right back down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, extend your spine. Exhale, release and fold. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your feet. Go ahead and step your feet back into plank position. Take a breath in and then exhale. From here, we're gonna lower down all the way to the mat. Inhale, rise up, forward pose. On your exhale, we're gonna press straight back. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. 1 last breath in. And out. Bend your knees, step or hop. Feet all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release, fold, let go. Inhale, we're gonna rise to stand. Exhale, sit back, chair pose. Inhale, rise. Exhale, dive down, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, extend your spine. Good, release your hands, walk your hands outer edges of your feet. Go ahead and step your feet back. Take a breath. Lower down, this time option to lower down halfway, and then come to the tops of your feet into upward facing dog. It's an option, none of this is a requirement. If you're in that upward dog, you can just flip your toes to make it into downward dog. You need to come through the knees, that's fine too. Take a breath. Exhale, release. Take a couple more breaths here. It's like home base, downward dog. Last one. Bend your knees, step or hop. Make your way all the way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bring your hands to the outer edges of the mat, to the outer edges of your feet. This time we're just going to step that right foot to the back and then drop your knee to the floor. Rising up into low lunge. If this creates tension or pain for your knee, I recommend getting a pillow and stacking it underneath. Or just taking some extra padding, any kind of padding, towel, and then also try to get up to the top of the knee where it's muscular, not right on that bone. Take a breath. See those hips. Go ahead and shift your hips back. So hips are going to stack right over the back knee. We're going to fold over that front leg. Hamstring opening. Deep breath in. So release. Go ahead and shift your hips forward once more. We're going to tuck our back toe under. Lift that knee off the floor. Rise up into a high lunge here. Okay, go ahead and take your cactus arm position. Inhale. Good. Take the cactus again. Now we're going to bring those elbows toward each other, forearms together. Inhale, open up. Good. Raise your arms up high. Now we're going to plant your back foot. We're going to come into a straddle. I'm going to turn so you can see. So you're going to turn into a straddle with that cactus arm position. Inhale, lift. Good. Exhale. Come down on cactus with this big straddle lunge or straddle squat position. Inhale, lift. Or sumo squat. Come down. And lift. Good. We're going to come down one more time. This time we're going to hold this position. Building that strength in the legs today. Building a strong foundation to support our physical health. Hold on. You got this. 5. Oh, stop breathing. 4. 3. There's where your mind goes. 2. And 1. Bring your hands to your hips. Go ahead and lift. Turn your feet so they're parallel with the outer edges of the mat. And then from here, you're just going to fold into a straddle, deep hamstring open. Inhale, go ahead and shift forward or lift forward with your head. Extend your spine. Bring your right hand right underneath your face. And we're going to twist and rotate to the left. Just add a little rotation here. Release. Bring your left hand in the center. Rotate open to the other side. And release that left. Good. Go ahead and fold forward. Bring your hands to your hips. Press down into your feet. Rise all the way back up to standing. We're going to go ahead and turn our feet to face the front of the mat again. So if you're following along with me, your left foot should be in the front. Your right foot should be in the back. From here, we're going to move into a pyramid pose. You're going to hinge from your hips again and fold over that front leg. Don't worry about touching the floor or really anything. Really focusing here on extension of the spine and hinging from the hips. This should feel pretty like deep stretch in that hamstring, isolating that muscle. Notice if your back's doing this, you You might want to lift out of it a little. Breath in, exhale, release. Breath in, exhale, release. Go ahead and rise to stand. Just going to step the back foot to meet the front foot. Inhale. Exhale, go ahead and swan dive back. And this time we're going to lunge back with your left leg. Drop your back knee to the mat. We'll inhale, rise up into our low lunge position. Again, notice how you're breathing here. Not working out, it's working in. We're paying attention to what's happening on the inside. How am I breathing? How am I thinking? How am I feeling? One more breath. And then we're going to push those hips back, extend your front leg, and fold over it. Toes are pointing up toward the ceiling, lengthening through the spine. This is very similar to that pyramid pose, only we have a lot more stability here. So we've got our hands and our knees on the ground. A pyramid pose requires just a lot more stability work. It's almost like a balancing posture. Take one more breath. We get to do that again on the other side. Go ahead and shift your hips forward. And then from here, we're going to tuck the back toe under. Rise all the way up into your high lunge. Exhale, come down. Cactus arms. Inhale, raise them up. Exhale, cactus. Forearms come together. Inhale, open. And raise them up. And then we're going to place our feet again, parallel to the edges of the mat. Turn around again here. Exhale, come down. Sumo squat. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, come down. Sumo squat. Inhale, 3 more. Inhale. 2. Inhale. And last one, hold. This is the opportunity to challenge yourself here. When we do these longer holding postures. Again, just noticing where's your mind going. Where do you feel this most intensely? Go ahead and inhale, raise them up. Bring your hands to your hips. Hinging from the hips, fold, release down. Let your head hang heavy. Let go of tension. Let go of something you don't need to hold on to. Inhale, walk your hands out halfway. Let's bring the left hand right underneath the face this time. Take that rotation of the spine again. Let your hip drop and open. It should feel good at your knees. Come to the other side, rock your hip. And let your spine twist and rotate. And then come back to center. Bring your hands to your hips. Go ahead and rise to stand. And then this time we're going to turn. So our right foot is in the front. Hinging from the hips, we'll fold over that front leg. Deep pyramid stretch. You need something to stabilize. You can always, yoga blocks are nice for this. I don't have yoga blocks here with me today. You don't have to have them. You can really use anything to hold on to, a book or whatever is convenient. Go ahead and rise to stand. Good. And then from here, we'll take the back foot, step it to meet the front foot. All right, for our balancing posture today, I want to work on a figure 4. So this is like a standing pigeon pose. Now, if this feels like it's super awkward or uncomfortable, you are more than welcome to just come into a tree pose, which is the pose that we practice quite often, or you can come into a standing single leg balance. If you want to try this figure 4 with me, bring your hands to your hips, find yourself a stable spot to focus and balance. And we're going to cross one leg over the other. And then from here, you're going to start to just sit your hips back, just like you're sitting in a chair. And you're going to notice this opening through the hip flexor. We do this pose quite a bit from a seated position. So I want to encourage you that if you're able to do this from a seated position, You're going to be able to do it from standing position, if not today, eventually. So starting from seated, we start to incorporate balancing postures. Now, that starts to feel like, okay, I got this. Maybe bring your elbows out to the edges of your shin bones. Take it down a little bit deeper. And then maybe bring your hands down to the floor. And then from there, you can wrap your toe around your triceps. And that's where you're gonna really feel it even more in that hip. All right. Let's go ahead and come back out of the pose as gracefully as possible. And just release your foot back to the floor. Go ahead and roll out your hip, your ankle, where you feel like we have a little bit extra strain. And we'll just come into this on the other side. Find a focal point with your eyes. Hold on to something if you need to balance. Cross your leg over. And then just start to sit back like you're sitting in a chair. Just gonna notice here also if you feel maybe one side is easier than the other. I can tell you that my hip on this side is so much tighter and I don't really know why. That's one of the reasons why I love yoga so much. It starts to help us, really helps us to be aware of where our muscular imbalances are. Go ahead and sit back maybe a little deeper and bring your elbows to the edges of that shin bones. Again, we're nice and flat through the low back. And then you can try to take your hands, fall out of that one, take your hands to the floor, and then maybe wrap your toes around your triceps. All right, so when you're ready, we'll rise on the floor. Place that foot back on the floor. Okay. I want to hear how it went. Okay, let's go ahead and take our feet out wide, toes pointing out here. Hands come to heart center. You can take a prayer pose with your hands. You can take a warrior grip or whatever you feel most comfortable with. And just come down to a deep squat. You can shift your weight from side to side. Really nice. And if this feels like it's just too much on your knees or your ankles, you can take a straddle here and just work side to side, a little lunge, all right? Again, nothing should be painful. I've had 2 ACL repairs myself, and there's plenty of times where I've been able to do this deep of a squat. Get scar tissue and things like that built up in the knee. It takes time and diligence. When you're ready, we're going to make our way down to have a seat. Just sitting on our mat, finding a seat on your hips. I'm going to take that seated pigeon here just to show you, or just get you kind of think about how much mobility do you have in your hips and what is possible from standing. So cross your right leg over your left. Notice how this feels. And you can just move a little bit side to side here. Go ahead and take your right hand around, wrap it on your right foot. Let's floss our hips here. Take a little pull back. 3, 2, and 1. Place that foot on the floor. Go ahead and cross the other foot over. Pigeon pose on the other side.
Back and forth. Letting go of your
attachment. The shoulders. Feel free to close your eyes in these poses. We're going to be here for a little bit in some of these postures.
Letting go to the way things are.
You can rush through it. Go ahead and reach around, grab your foot with your hand, and then draw your knee toward the back of your root. You are full. Open those hips. 3, 2, 1. Okay, from here, we're going to cross the legs. Shift our weight forward, and then bring yourself into a plank position all the way down onto your belly. Bringing your left forearm in line with the front of the mat. Reach back, grab your right foot with your right hand, and then just pull your heel toward your glutes.
Let go of right or wrong.
Bringing your knees toward each other.
And it was amazing.
Opening the quadriceps. The more you engage your glutes, the more you're going to feel the stretch on the other side of the body. Yin and yang. Go ahead and release. Let that go. Bring your right foot in line with the front of the mat. Reach back, grab your opposite foot. If you can't reach your foot with your hand, you can always grab a yoga strap, a necktie, wrap it around your foot, and use that to extend your arms a little bit. Take a couple more breaths here. Exhale. 2.
And letting that go.
Release. Last one. Exhale, release, let it. Just let your arms release down next to your sides. You can shake your hips a little bit side to side here. I'm going to give one last option for a challenging posture here. If you want to reach back, grab both of your feet with your hands. You can lift all the way up into a bow pose, a deep back bending posture. Pressing your feet into your hands and your feet. Pull your knees toward each other. Take another breath. And when you're ready, exhale, release. Just let go.
With thoughtless breath. Instant bliss returns.
Let your hands
Instant infinity.
release to the mat, your shoulders. And when you're ready, we're just going to flip over like a pancake onto our
I
backs.
didn't transcend my
Our final
ego.
relaxation today.
Partners.
Go ahead and extend your legs, extend your arms. Take a deep breath in, raise your arms up over the top of the head. And as you exhale, pull your knees into the chest, hug your knees into the chest. And then we're just going to rock a little bit from side to side here, massaging out your low back. Leaving your right knee into the chest, extend your left leg out. Guiding your right leg across the midline of your body in a rotation here. Trying to keep your right shoulder grounded, your left shoulder grounded, and use that left hand to support. Come on back to center and extend that leg all the way out. Bring the opposite knee in. And shift your hips over to the left if you need to, and guide your left knee across the midline of the body with your right hand. Both your shoulders staying grounded. And when you're ready, come on back to center. Release all the way out. Let go. Making your way into your final relaxation pose of our class today. If it's uncomfortable to lay flat on your back, feel free to just bend your knees. You can put a pillow underneath your knees for a little support of the lumbar spine. Let your palms roll up to face the ceiling. Let your eyes close if you're comfortable closing them, or just find a still, steady spot to focus on. Scan your body. Notice if you're holding on to tension. Check out your eyebrow area, your jaw, your neck, your throat, your shoulders, and your arms all the way down to your hands and your fingertips. Noticing the chest, the back, the hips, and your legs all the way down to the feet and the tips of your toes. Let go of controlling the breath here. Just let your body breathe itself. Noticing the subtle rising and falling of the belly. The subtle sound of the breath flowing in and out. here, we're just going to take our time. Make our way to a sideline position if you're ending class with me today. And roll over onto your side and then press yourself up to take a seat. If you can stay in that position a little bit longer, I highly recommend it. That will conclude our Friday yoga class. Thank y'all so much for joining me today. I'll be here for just a little bit if you have